Welcome back. This is day 2 of the 7-day yoga challenge. For today's practice, if you have a yoga strap or a long hang towel and yoga block, that would be helpful but not necessary. So let's get right into it. Starting with child's pose, your knees apart, big toes touching. Reach your hands forward, placing your forehead on the ground. Relaxing here for child's pose, Balasana. Closing your eyes gently and connecting to your breath, remembering that in yoga we always breathe in and out through our nose. So taking a deep inhale and then exhalation, see if you can make them equal in length. We often don't place a lot of emphasis on the exhale. It is important. So see if you can make it for a few rounds of breath a little bit longer, a little bit deeper, a little bit more intentional. As you do that, feel your sitting bones get heavy, your lower back will relaxing. Then gently opening your eyes, let's come to tabletop position. Remembering our hands are shoulder width apart, fingers gently apart, second finger pointing forward. A little bit more body weight on the inner side of your wrist. Knees come under the hips, width apart. Firming your abdomen in first for tabletop. Then with an inhale, drop your belly down, reach your heart forward, rolling the shoulders down away from your ears. With an exhale, rounding your spine for cat. Really push the belly button up, hollowing your abdomen. With an inhale, reaching your heart forward. Making this a smooth, joyous flow with a movement and breath connect. You can do this at your own pace if you wish to do it faster or slower than me. Just learning to adjust your own practice to what suits you today. And days may be different. You may feel different, your body can be different in different days. So adjust accordingly. At your own pace, do 2 more rounds. Then firming to tabletop position. Let's do bird dog like yesterday. So first, firm your abdomen in, find a really stable tabletop position, reaching your right toes back, staying on the ball of the foot, or lifting your leg up a few inches only, so the right hip stays squared. Staying here or reaching your left arm forward, being really stable and balanced. Lengthening through your whole spine, all the way from the left fingertips to your right heel, and then changing sides. First finding stability and centering, then reaching your left leg back, either keeping the ball of the foot on the ground or lifting the leg up a few inches only, so the hips stay squared. And optional, reaching your right arm forward. Breathing into that lengthening through your whole spine and all the way from the right fingertips to your left heel that is pushing back. Then bring your hands and feet down. And here you might find a block helpful if you have one. So keep your knees, your legs as they are, walk your hands forward and let your heart melt toward the ground, placing your chin or your forehead down here. If this is difficult, you can place a block under your forehead instead that will help you stay more upright. So adjust as needed. Breathing into the opening in the shoulders. Letting your heart melt, softening into the stretch. I know it might feel intense. If you have any sharp pain, then back off. But if it's just an intense stretch, soften into it, breathe into it. Then firming your palms and walking your hands back. Let's sit back to child's pose, Balasana. Pressing your forehead on the ground, relaxing here. Remembering that this is a great resting pose at any time. Then come back on the all fours. Taking a wider stance, check your legs. Check that your feet are hip width apart, tucking the toes under and lifting back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Here, spinning the biceps back toward your ears, firming the outer upper arms in, pulling the shoulders up away from your ears. Tuck your front ribs in, firming the abdomen in. As you reach the sitting bones higher up, so there is a slight arch on your lower back. If your back is rounding, bend your knees generously as you need to be able to have that long, neutral spine. Let's walk our dog, so bending one knee at a time. A nice way to warm up the hamstrings especially. Then coming to more stillness. You can bring your feet a little bit closer together here. We will do 3-leg dog. So have a really stable foundation, firm your abdomen. Then reaching your right foot back up, keeping the knee straight. And check that your right hip is not rolling over. So if you peek under, you can see those right toes. Taking a breath here. Bring the right leg back down. Let's reach our left leg up. Keeping the hips squared so the left and right hip are still leveled. The left hip is not spinning over. So bring the left hip back down. Pushing through equally left and right palm, especially the inner side of the wrist. That's the side that is designed to carry weight. Bringing the left leg back down. Let's sit back to child's pose. Taking a deep inhale and exhale here. And coming to all fours. Walk your legs back, pushing to plank pose. And as you straighten your legs, by pushing your front thighs up toward the sky, reaching the heels back, firm your abdomen in, so that is supporting your spine, your long neutral spine here. And then push back to downward facing dog. You can adjust the length of your stance if you need to. For me, I need quite a wide downward facing dog to come to an optimal plank. But this might depend on your own body structure. With an inhale, come forward to plank pose. Firm your abdomen in here. Feeling really strong. And with an exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Now with an inhale, lift your right leg up. And then mindfully, by really firming your abdomen in, curling your back just slightly, step that right foot in between your hands. Bring the back heel down. And circle your arms up overhead for a low lunge. Checking that that right knee comes approximately over your right ankle. Check that your right knee is pointing directly forward in line with the second toe, not coming inside or outside. And bring that right hip back as you push that left hip forward, so hips are squared. Breathing in here. Then bring your left hand outside your mat. If it helps, you may place a block under that hand. That is not necessary. If you can bring your fingertips or your palm on the ground. Opening your right arm up. A very gentle heart opener here. So widen your collarbones, lift your chest bone up. Either staying here, or you can bend the left knee, grabbing the left foot for a little bit more intense stretch on the left hip opener. Still checking your breath. Is it still smooth and steady in and out through your nose? And circle your palms on the ground, shoulder width apart. Step back to downward facing dog. Your breath here, adjusting, finding your perfect downward facing dog. Then spin your left leg up and step it mindfully through. Bring your back knee on the ground. Circle your arms up, reaching up, bringing that right hip forward, left hip back. Check your front knee, is it pointing forward over your ankle? Finding length here as you release the tailbone down and reach your heart forward. Then you may use a block under your right hand or just place the hand or fingertips on the ground outside the mat on the right side. Reaching your left fingertips up, opening your front body to open to the left side. The gentle heart opener, so reach your chest bone up. And then if you want, you can bend the right knee, grabbing the foot with your left hand. For a little bit more intense stretch on that right hip flexors, right front thigh. Breathe into any tension that you want to release. Then circle your palms back, shoulder width apart, firmly on your mat. Step back to downward facing dog. Taking a breath here. Then walk your hands to meet your feet. Slide your hands up your shins, reaching your heart forward for half forward fold. And with an exhale, fold down, forward fold. With an inhale, circle your arms all the way up toward the sky. And with an exhale, bring your palms in front of your heart center. Let's take a wide stance here. If you have tight shoulders, take a strap or a towel. So either interlacing, check your feet, so second toe pointing forward, straightening your legs, bringing your kneecaps up by engaging your quads, pushing them back to straighten your legs. If you have tight shoulders, you can use a strap and hold it, or a towel works, anything you can hold from both sides. If you don't need it, just interlace your fingers behind your back, straightening the elbows. First with an inhale, lengthen. And with an exhale, hinging down from your hips, folding over, folding forward, bringing the crown of your head toward the ground. And your arms are straight, just falling over with you. Feeling an opening in your shoulders here, as well as in the backs of your thighs. Kind of a 2-in-1 opening. Spin your body weight a little bit more toward the balls of your feet as you keep pushing the quads back to work to straighten your legs. Feeling the backs of your legs opening wider. Letting your upper body become really heavy. Imagining the crown of your head is being pulled down toward the ground. Then releasing your arms, place them on your hips. Then inhale, come back up with a long neutral spine from your abdomen in to support you here. And then stepping your feet together. Let's come to sit down, cross-legged in a comfortable cross-legged position. Bringing your hands in front of your heart center. Feel really centered through both sitting bones. Imagine the crown of your head growing a bit taller toward the sky. Thank you for practicing with me today. With gratitude, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.